How's it going, Ruckus and the Menace Sports fam? You are watching another Ruckus and the Menace Sports production. And we are on the backstretch of the regular season for March to October, the Redbird Restoration with the St. Louis Cardinals. We're taking on the Reds here, and we're down 3-2 in the top of the 7th inning. And Pajes is up to bat and is going to take a ball up high. And the count's 1-0. Hunter Green has already thrown over 100 pitches. And we're going to get blown by. The door's blown off on a fastball. Bad swing opportunity, and the count is 1-1.
2-1.
We're going to leave that fastball up high. And the count is 2-1.
Ball 3.
Fastball missing well wide. Way outside. And the count's 3-1. Nolan Gorman is on deck. And that was a borderline pitch that we just managed to not get really good contact on. And the count is 1-2. And we should have never have swung at that. Door's blown off. Strike 3. And we're at 1 out. Nolan Gorman. We're going to foul off a splitter. And we're in front of it, and the count is 0-1. We're going to foul off that slurve. Count 0-2. The 0-2 is here. We're going to check swing. Get the bat back. Count 1-2. We're going to leave that fastball well high. And the count evens at 2. Gorman is 0 for 3, and we're going to make it 0 for 4 as Hunter Green blows the doors off. Strike 3. And Alec Burleson now digs in. And we're going to foul off a fastball late. Burleson is 4 for 18 against Green and is 1 for 2 on the day.
One ball.
And we're going to take a fastball outside and the count even at 1. Green is going to deal. And it's 1-2. And how is this man not tired? He has thrown over 120 pitches and has completed the 7th inning. We go into the 7th inning, 7th inning stretch, down 3-2. And Steven Matz is on the mound, and Tyler Stevenson is digging in and takes a sinker on the outside corner for strike 1. Matz dealing to Stevenson. It's going to be a ground ball, and Wynn was not able to get it on his feet. He would have had to extend it to get it, but chose not to, and that is a base hit. Spencer Steer. Circle change for a strike.
Ball.
Slider missing inside for a ball. Curveball. Making it in for strike 2. And Steer is going to foul off the fastball and the curveball. Count remaining even at 2. And that is a ripped high circle change. And Steer is in safely with his 24th double of the year. And it is now time for a pitching change. Ryan Fernandez is now in the game on the mound. 2 on and nobody out. And here's a high fly ball left, and that run is going to score. 1 out, and it is now 4-2 Reds. And Fernandez will take a strike, or will have a strike on Lucan Baker. And the count is 0-2 to Baker. Baker is going to foul off the fastball. Swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 3, and there are now 2 down. Santiago Espinal. Fastball fouled off. Count 0-1. And Pajes is going to go unassisted to first. And the 7th inning is done. The Reds are now up 4-2 with Nolan Arenado now in the batter's box. Arenado going to deal the first pitch. And Arenado is going to fly out to right for the first out. Ivan Herrera now digging in as the catcher. And swings and misses on a slider that would have been a strike even if he didn't swing the bat. And the count is 0-1. Getting a piece of it, fouling it off. Count 0-2. The 0-2. And that is a strike even with Herrera not fully swinging the bat. He got all the way around though. And there are 2 down. And there's a shot just foul by Jordan Walker on the fastball from Hunter Green, and the count is 0-1. Green is going to deal a fastball up high for ball 1. And there is a blooper, but the center fielder is going to get there, and the 8th will come to the close for the Cardinals. And it is going to hurt for the Cardinals to lose this one, but they are way ahead in the division. But Matt McLean in the bottom of the 8th is leading off. And after the first 2 pitches of being 1-1, Fernandez is going to get a slider in, strike 2, and a fastball is fouled off.
2-2.
Slider drifting too far away. And the count evens at 2.
Whoa.
Cutter doesn't get back.
2 strike.
And the count is now full. And the payoff is fouled. Payoff pitch number 2 is fouled away. Payoff pitch number 3
Ball 4
is a ball. Cutter just sailing too far back and McLean not chasing. Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss at the slider for strike 1. Popped up the cutter, and that is out number 1. Jamer Candelario is going to foul off the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, count 0-1. And there's a high, towering fly ball, medium deep center field. And that is out number 2. TJ Friedel digging in.
Ball outside.
Fastball missing just a bit outside, and the count is 1-0. Friedel will foul off a cutter, and the count is 1-1. Oh no! And Wynn just has to eat it. Fielded it cleanly, but it's a base hit.
Yes.
Stevenson swings and misses at the cutter for strike 1. The cutter is fouled off. And then strikes out on the cutter. And the Cardinals will now have 3 outs to score 2 runs. But the closer has now entered. That closer being Emilio Pagan. And Mason Wynn is the leadoff hitter. Pagan dealing. Fastball handcuffed by Wynn. Handcuffing Wynn and fouled away for strike 1. Pagan dealing. A fastball sailing too far outside. And the count evens. Wynn hitting .299 on the season and is 0 for 3. And he gets handcuffed again, this time on a splitter. Towing the line, a fair and foul, and that is caught for out number 1. Lars Newtbar digs in. Pagan firing the first pitch to Newtbar, and that is a splitter missing outside, and the count is 1-0. The 1-0 to Newtbar. Newtbar gets inside outed on a fastball, and it is jammed and foul. And the count is even at 1. And he gets way too far underneath of this one. Popping out to third base for the second out. And the Cardinals are down to their final out. This time it's Brendan Donovan. Pagan is going to deal. And that is right to the second baseman. And the Reds will take the victory. The Cardinals will lose momentum. But at this point right now, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul for the Cardinals. They may get into a small little cold spell, but likely their next outing could get us out of the slump. And a morale-boosting win as the month of September comes along. The Cardinals now are in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out. And 1 major opportunity with Mason Miller on the mound. They got to score 2. And Brendan Donovan is on the is in the batter's box. And Mason Miller tries to get Victor Scott at second base. But he is safe. Cardinals are going to try the double steal, and it works! The count is 0-1, but Scott and Newtbar both steal.
Ball.
Fastball missing outside. Count 1-1. The 1-1. It's off the first baseman's glove. It's off the first baseman's glove. It is a tying 2 RBI single as it ricochets off of the first baseman's glove. A 10-game hitting streak now for Brendan Donovan. But man, this thing ripped. And it just got off the top of the first baseman's glove. And Mason Miller, after blowing the save, has now resulted in getting the hook. And now it will be Tyler Ferguson on the mound as Wilson Contreras digs into the batter's box.
1-0.
And the first pitch is a very high fastball. The count is 1-0. The 1-0 to Contreras is a towering fly ball. Deep left field, but not deep enough in left center. And that will be out number 2. Nolan Gorman digging in. And Gorman! High fly ball, deep dead center field. It goes over, and the Cardinals have walked it off. The Cardinals win on a 2-run home run from Nolan Gorman. A big shot, giving the Cardinals every bit of momentum back. And this was a high fastball that Gorman saw all the way through. And no doubt about it. Dead center. And the Cardinals will come away with the win. And Miles Mikolas is 14-2. And this is a major victory for the Cardinals in terms of momentum getting into the last month. That cold spell didn't last long. A major sweep and an opportunity to clinch the NL Central very early. The Cardinals are up 9-2, and our man Eric Fetty is on the mound, throwing the top of the 8th inning. And Tyler Soderstrom digging in. In real life, he actually has been really good for the A's, but this time we need to make him miss.
Ball 1.
Change up, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 to Soderstrom, and he's going to chop on a cutter. And count 1-2 as he fouled it away. He's going to foul away the sweeper. Count 1-2. Swing and a miss on the sinker, drifting away. And Fetty has struck out his 5th batter of the game. Estuary Ruiz. Swing and a miss at the sweeper.
0-1's the count.
Count 0-1. The 0-1 to Ruiz is a cutter up high. Looking for strike 2. The sweeper is fouled away. Swing and a miss on the sinker. Strike 3. And that is number 6 for Fetty. Max Schumann now digs in. And that sinker has been the big pitch. That's a foul ball. The 0-1 is a cutter up high. Successful for strike 2. The 0-2 to Schumann. Can I help you? Nope. Just looking. As that is a strikeout of the side. And Fetty puts the Cardinals into the bottom of the 8th with a 9-2 lead. Lars Nootbaar digs in. And that is a chopper right to the second baseman who charges it and gets the ball to first for out number 1. Brendan Donovan, 2 for 3 on the day, digs in. And that, he just could not get that bat back around, but it probably would have been a strike even if he hadn't swung. And the count is 0-1. And there's a chopper.
Out.
And that is out number 2. And Wilson Contreras digging in. Sonny Gray is leading the NL in wins and could be a Cy Young Award winner. And Contreras will end the 8th inning for the Cardinals with a ground out. Brent Rooker digs into the batter's box.
Ball,
that is a cutter inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the cutter.
1-1.
And the count 1-1. The sweeper gets through, and that's a base hit for Fetty. Given up by as Brent Rooker hits a single. Shea Langoliers takes the sweeper for strike 1. There's a foul ball. The Athletics catcher has an 0-2 count. And that is a ground ball. Sick 4, 6, 3, double play! Ooh, that was a little dangerous. And the A's are now down to their final out. And it is J.J. Bleday taking a cutter for strike one. The 0-1 to Bleday is a sinker fouled off. The count 0-2. Can the Cardinals clinch the NL Central? Not yet. The circle changeup is fouled. The 0-2 is a high fly ball. Right field. Nootbaar is there. And the Cardinals win and increase their chances of clinching the NL Central. And now we get to pin a loss on a division rival. We're 15 games away. The division is ours. And this is a big one, as Milwaukee is potentially a wild card team. But the Cardinals are up 3-1. And top of the 7th with 2 out, and we are up 3-1. And there's Herrera. High fly ball. Bloop, but caught by the right fielder. And we head into the 7th inning stretch with a 3-1 lead. Marcus Stroman has pitched 6 innings, only allowing 1 earned run on 3 hits. And William Contreras now digs in and takes a sinker for strike 1. And Arenado, whoop,
Out.
sucking up the baseball and getting it out across the diamond. 1 away. Jackson Chourio
Yeah.
takes a slider low, and that is strike 1. The 0-1 to Chourio, swing and a miss on the sinker.
No ball. 2
The
strikes.
count's 0-2. Stroman. On a changing sightline cutter, Chourio fouls it off. And the count is still 0-2. Chourio fouls off a slurve.
Ball 1.
And again, trying the cutter, or splitter. But this time the cutter gets through. Strike 3, and Stroman has struck out his 10th of the game. And this cutter is just well placed. 4 inches of break and 1683 revolutions per minute. Garrett
Ball,
Mitchell
no.
is in the batter's box and takes a ball on the cutter down. The slurve is fouled off by Mitchell, and the count is even at 1. And there is a base hit to the left side on a slider. Joseph Ortiz
Ball.
digs in.
No.
Splitter missing low for a ball.
Hurt.
Cutter right over the heart.
1-1.
And the count 1-1. Sinker fouled away. 1-2. Tries to golf at a splitter. Tries to go for a slider. The 1-2. Oh no! The throw is offline. The strikeout is there, but the error and wild pitch puts the runner on. And Arenado throws it to second base for out number 3 on the first pitch. The batter sees. And we end the 7th inning with a 3-1 lead. Nick Mears coming up to the mound, and Mason Wynn enters the batter's box. Dealing. Oh, little bit of chin music for Wynn. The count is 1-0. Mears fouls off. Wynn is fouling off the fastball up high. Would have been out of the strike zone, but the count is 1-1. Slider drifting in, and that's a high fly ball that is caught for out number 1. Jordan Walker steps into the batter's box. 0 for 2 on the day, but has 137 hits.
That's a strike.
And he chases the high fastball. Strike 1. The 0-1 to Walker from Mears. High fastball swung, blown the doors off. That is strike 2. Mears. Little chopper to third. Gets it across. 2 down. Victor Scott steps into the batter's box. Mears deals it. Scott just sees a high hanging fastball over the heart of the plate and just gets a nice rip on it. That is gone. Get up, baby. Get up. Oh, yeah. Home run. Scott with his 2nd of the season to dead center field. And the Cardinals now lead 4-1. And this thing just ripped. It sounded beautiful as soon as it left the bat. 107.4 on the exit velo, and 416 feet later, pretty much right center field, gone. Lars Nootbaar. And Newt is going to fire a bloop, but it is caught by the center fielder. Victor Scott hitting a big solo home run gives the Cardinals a 4-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 8th. The Brewers are among the few teams still in the wild card race. And Marcus Stroman is now set to face Bryce Terang to start out the bottom of the 8th. And Terang on the first pitch he sees will ground the ball to Wilson Contreras for out number 1. Sal Frelick digs in. And that splitter was definitely not supposed to be up high, but it gets there for strike 1. Stroman will fire a sinker, and it is fouled away. And it counts 0-2. Backdoor slider. Just manages to find his way to get there, and Frelick gets it up the middle, and Wynn just is unable to get the ball out there fast enough. An infield single.
1 ball, no
Puts
strike.
a runner on.
Ball.
Couple of low pitches missing for Stroman already, and the count's 2-0. And they are just going to fire it from Gorman to Contreras for out number 2. Not risking the double play. Rhys Hoskins is going to foul off a slider and has a hit streak of 11 in a row that is on the line. Cutter missing low and away for ball 1. The 1-2 to Hoskins. And Wynn is going to turn around and fire it in time, getting Hoskins out at first. And the Cardinals will go into the top of the 9th with a 3-run lead. No damage done. Jared Koenig. And Brendan Donovan is in the batter's box. And Donovan is going to get inside outed. And that is caught by Chourio for out number 1. Wilson Contreras. And he's 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Already 150 hits on the season, but that is lined right to the shortstop for out number 2. And Nolan Gorman stepping in. And he is going to foul off a curveball from Koenig. Count 0-1. The 0-1. Oh, he swung and missed at a changeup, tried to golf one and folded. And the count is 0-2. And that sinker had the doors blown off. And big Ryan Helsley stepping in. And that is a 102 to William Contreras on the gun for strike 1. And they are going to get Contreras out at first as Gorman had to head up the middle. And that is out number 1. Jackson Chourio going to take the 12-6 down. Count 1-0. Slider goes down low, and it's there. And the count is even at 1. Doors.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Helsley just going for the doors. But that is a blooper. And it gets just past Nolan Gorman. Scored a single. Garrett Mitchell.
Ball.
Digging in. And taking a curveball down for a ball. Slider for strike 1. Slider for strike 2. Doors on a 103-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Brewers are down to their final out. And Joseph Ortiz is the hitter. And that is a big 100-mile-an-hour strike. Oh, he wanted the slider, but it was hung up. 0-2. And he tried to golf at that one. A sword for Helsley. And that will be his 44th save of the season. And more success coming the Cardinals' way. And we conclude the regular season. 113 wins. We're plus 11. We are first in batting, second in pitching, 16th in fielding. But who do we take on in the NLDS? Milwaukee, we will meet again as Milwaukee takes down Atlanta 2-1. And the Dodgers have been knocked out of the playoffs. The Dodgers were knocked out by the Padres. So here are the 8 teams that remain. The Kansas City Royals, the Minnesota Twins, the New York Yankees, and the Seattle Mariners in the AL, and the Milwaukee Brewers, us, the Redbirds, the San Diego Padres, and the Philadelphia Phillies. We're in October now, y'all. How do we go from here? Only one way to find out. And that will be on the next episode. Until the next one. Hugs and hand pounds, everybody.